Wait. I was gonna respond to Nora's comments, but she made them 6 minutes ago because I forgot about laundry. Let me see if I can find out anyway, because I'm curious. Oh, my brother Sam gave out 1 community sub 21 days ago. I bet that's it. I bet that's what it was. Hello. Oh, gotta double check that I'm not leaking shit. Okay, great. As I'm switching tabs. I mean, hi Nora, to talk business to you live. Yeah, they filled it out without being on the server. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna not do this job while I'm live, but I might go add this person on Discord and just be like, you need to be in the server. Here's a link. And just like, this is how it be running an event some days. Oh right, I have to say that I'm live on Twitch. That also works. Making the runner do it, like, is probably better, but I have low expectations that people will do shit. Because I've pinged the runners 4 times, I want to say, about signing up for tech checks, and there's still 2 people who never signed up. I am the not chaotic, lawful good. I don't know. Let's hope the shame ping's public. I hope so. If they don't fill out the schedule in like 2 days, which is the final time they have, I'm not tracking them down anymore. And if they don't reach out in like 2 weeks' time, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's cut them. They have proven they are not diligent enough to prepare for their run. Like, anyway, I'm supposed to ping people and say hi. I'm talking about Clock Tower again. Also gotta say, this is the year with the most shuffling for restreamers we've had. And hosts definitely, I agree with. Restreamers, I'm not 100% sure. I think last time was definitely fewer. Was definitely like, we had 2 restreamers per day. And like, this is more like, I don't personally care if we do restreamer swaps, especially because people are signing up with, I don't want to work this long. And I'm like, that makes sense. Let's not overwork people. Yay. Why am I talking about this publicly? This is all on live. I should be talking about Clock Tower or something. Whatever. Bleh. This is all, I'm not saying anything that I don't care to be public information. I'm talking about Clock Tower for the first time in ages. Yay, at streams. I'll put yay. That's funny. Yay. And then I have to actually type out the link because I didn't copy it. All the information we've disclosed here is public to runners anyway. Yeah, but not everyone is runners. Bop. 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 Everyone is runners now. Oh, congrats, everyone. At everyone, you are a runner. You will now be asked to play a video game for a charity event. Got to figure out what game we can just like have a chat hive mind to play. Wait, what games are made for that? Jackbox? We're speedrunning Jackbox? I wonder which is worse, tracking down my classmates to do a project or Archithon. I think Archithon is worse because it goes on for longer and like you need to like check in more throughout. Also, Archithon is bad because we set it up so long ahead of time. They've done nothing? Oh no, I'm sorry, Nora. Hop Hop, am I a runner? Yes! I know you are a runner. Like, for the bit, like, yes, you're a runner. But also not for the bit, you're not a runner of the specific event I'm discussing. But you are definitely a runner. Shoutouts to the hotfix episode that Hop Hop was on. Archithon? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's an event that I'm gonna be on in like 3 weeks. That I still need to work a bunch more on. Oops. This sounds like a Mario Kart track. Nora, this is Celeste. Like, it's community. It's Strawberry Jam. But... Hey, Hop, do you want to commentate my run? I know it's a game you know nothing about, but... I will be a runner of some form on Friday. Hey, yo! For Multithon? What? Oh. Hey, you love the website. You know who would love to hear that. Nora, did you hear that? Somebody loves the website. It's a good website. I'll be a commentator of a tournament I organized. That's pretty good. What is the run? Hop Hop. Control F Flying Ludicolo. Yes, I am your beast. It works. It's functional, and I'm so happy that we went with the Archithon 666 on fire GIF. Because it gives the energy that I want to convey. We should probably change that at some point. I mean, yes. I did make an official logo, but it's not been released yet. I'm thinking like a week before the event is when we can do like another art pass on the website, because we should have like 90% of the art done for the stream at that point. Sweats. I need to check in with Kai. First flying is gonna run to a place, then grab a thing and kill a person. That's pretty good. This is a pretty good representation of how I Am Your Beast works. How that game be going. Oh no, Nora, what did you do? Did you put hop? Well, you know, I can just put this live. Hold on. I'm promoting myself. Hey, look. Whoa, hop. Whoa. Here's the thing. I have a like commentator picked out, commentator that helped me record the submission video, and then I was like, "Hey, are you going to be available this weekend?" And they were like, "I don't know." And then I checked again. Do you now know if you're going to be available? And they're like, I won't know until that weekend. And I'm like, well, shit. I should look for another commentator. And I have not done enough work because that involves asking people and cold calling randos. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Talking to people is scary. Where? Should I post this link to the stream anywhere else? My answer is no, because talking to people is scary. Oh, but it's fine because my viewer count just like doubled for no reason. Hello, everyone. Welcome. The ads are done. The stream's officially started, I guess. I don't know. I don't think the stream officially started yet. I think we're still starting soon. Hold up. What's up? Holding. What's the observer role? What is the observer role? What are you referring to? Is this on the website or in my server or... Archithon site. Is it the camera? Hold on. Hello, welcome to Archithon. Yeah, Counter-Strike camera. Yeah. One of the camera folks... Oh, yeah. One of the camera folks is... Quan is going to be spectator during that segment, and Jayo is going to be both commentator and helping with replays of that segment, which is like, I love that shit. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's just that segment, and it's Jayo. Hey, look, Jayo. Whoa, friend of the show? Question mark? I don't know. Hello everyone. I'm gonna talk about Blood on the Clock Tower, which is wild because I haven't done it in a long time. Hold on, I'm gonna get acquaintance. I'd say acquaintance. Yeah, that's probably acquaintance of the show. Last time I streamed about Blood on the Clock Tower was a month and a half ago. 6 weeks or so. Whoa. And guess what? I'm not going to be building any scripts. I'm going to be talking about the Jinxes, which still aren't officially released. They said they would release them on Monday, and I don't care. They announced them and they put them in a space there where publicly people can see and read them. So people have read them, people have talked about them. Now I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to chat about Jinxes, because Jinxes are some of my favorite little quirks of this game. I assume people know Blood on the Clock Tower, but also the way I'm going to talk about some of these is going to be like, whatever. We got a bunch of characters. This game has way too many characters. Like, whoa. That's a lot of characters. And some of them just don't work together. So you need a rule for how do these characters work together, and those are called jinxes. Last time I did an episode called Rate My Jinx. I went through all the jinxes and I rated them, and I don't think I'm rating them this time, despite the title. But here's what's up. They went and took all these old jinxes over here, and then they remade them. A whole lot of the jinxes got remade, so we're gonna talk about them. I did color code this spreadsheet because I'm a massive nerd. Anything that is just like a blank white background like these, the text is literally unchanged. The Jinx. Oh, I guess I should probably like explain where the hell did I get this, since this is not updated in the app or the script tool. This was publicized in the new, just announced today, or no, not announced, just released today, the new translation page, so that people can like start translating the game into other languages, and the web app will just be able to run. That's really fucking cool. And in this translation page, it has all of these jinxes, except they're different. They're different worded. Some of them are new. I got dragged into something else. I deleted. Okay, cool. Thank you. So here's what's going on. I color coded this spreadsheet. Blank white means text is unchanged. These light blue colors means that the text has been changed, but mechanically it's the same thing. Like, despite the fact that that the text changed, mechanically it does the exact same thing as we're used to before. The green highlighted ones, these are brand new jinxes. We'll get to them in a second. And then the yellow jinxes are, these have been changed from their previous version. There is something different about them, and I'm going to look at them and like point out what's different now. There is one other color that I have on here, which are red jinxes, which have changed, but like, why? Red ones are like, there's something wrong here, and typically it's a typo. Something's wrong. Something's off. They need to. Somebody forgot to add something or say something. I don't know. Let's go through. Let's talk about what's up. What's new? I just sorted them alphabetically. Or no, not alphabetically. I have them sorted mostly by SAO. It's not standard Amy order, the Steven approved order. The fucking better to read order. Oh, I didn't change them. They're not red anymore. They're orange now. Why did I make them orange? This is probably not the right order to go in, but like, this is what I have. We're gonna go through this. So our first batch, we're gonna talk about the fucking mathematician. Hell yes, I love the mathematician. And I hate all of these changes. Oops, sorry. What the changes here are is that the mathematician might learn if the lunatic attacks a different player than the real demon attacked. This is like very close. This is practically the same text as before the change in the Jinx, but now there's the word might, which this is the reason these three Jinxes we're gonna get to all suck. The word might to fucking like typically here's the thing. I like might abilities. I like may and might, where it's up to storyteller choice whether or not something happens. We're dealing with a fucking mathematician. Like, the deal with the mathematician is you don't get information like you don't know how to discern the information you get. I need to like lower my microphone because I keep seeing it like peak and I'm so concerned that it's actually doing something wrong. The mathematician does on its own doesn't understand its information. However, if it looks around town, if it tracks down what's going on, it can figure out, okay, we had 2 things go wrong on this day. We had 1 thing go wrong on this day, and like try and backtrack. You're probably poisoned then. Your information is drunk. And the like huge strength of the mathematician is that you have this like strict info. Like, the mathematician's ability is just you learn if abnormal things happen, which on its own sounds weird, but like that's trackable. It's like the mathematician's power is you can trace back and you can hopefully figure out where these abnormalities are taking place, where it's happening. And and might ruins that. If either you ping the drunk once but not any other day, or you ping the marionette once, or like if you vary your choice throughout the game, which might allows you to do, then like the mathematician is pretty useless. Like the mathematician's power is gone. So this is like the case where I don't like might. If it was worded more to be like, in some games, the mathematician might learn if the drunk's ability yields false info or failed to work properly. And other games, it will learn nothing and like have the storyteller decide at the start of the game. That's still bad, probably, but I think that's a better, like, what is that? Hold on, I have to think about this more because I just started talking out loud. Let's say one game there's a marionette in play, and the mathematician just learns like each night, okay, the marionette's getting wrong info, the marionette's getting wrong info. I don't know. I like what they're trying. In the past, the fact that the mathematician learns nothing about the drunk and learns nothing about the marionette was odd. But I thought it was like fine to have this little quirk. And this is fixing it, in quotes, which I like. I think removing the quirk is fine if you were to just say the mathematician does learn if the drunk's scene ability works incorrectly, or the marionette scene ability works incorrectly. I think that'd be fine. The might. Okay, yeah. Let me look at that from my perspective again. I'm fine with it being one way of everybody knowing that the drunk doesn't work for the math. I'm fine it being the other way of everybody knowing that the drunk works with the math. How do I feel about everyone not being sure what it is game to game, because that's what I suggested. I don't like that. I don't like the ambiguity. I think the mathematician should just be more strict. Oof. All right, so if I were to rate these Jinxes, down vote. Thumbs down. Not happy with these changes. Oh. Where? All right. I'm going to take a breath for a second. Okay. Now we're going to move on. We're going to keep going. What's new? Well, I guess we can talk about what's old. The Cannibal Poppy Grower doesn't have a Jinx anymore. This is because the Poppy Grower is getting an update to its, not to its text, but just like to its, like a custom ruling that says, if it ever goes out of play, if the ability goes out of play, then the thing activates. And so, like, you don't need the Jinx anymore. This was posted on Instagram and all over the internets by Stephen Medway. That's good. That's fine. The fact that it's a like suggested ruling is weird to me. It's an alternate ruling. No, that should just be how it works. And you should rewrite the character so that it works properly. All right. I'm going to jump down to Atheist Riot real quick because this is a good one. During a riot, if the storyteller is nominated, players vote. If the storyteller is about to die, the game ends. If not, they nominate again. This is how it was supposed to be run. And the fact that they're properly adding it to the Jinxes is what I want to fucking see. I guess I didn't talk about this earlier. The perspective that I have with Jinxes are that the context you should write these for is the context of convention centers, like con floor games, of public lobbies, of places where you don't fully know who your storyteller is. And like, I don't play those spaces. However, I assume Jinxes are written for that first, foremost, because like these are supposed to be standardized rulings. So that's what I think about when I think about these Jinxes. Little Monster Magician. If the magician is alive, the storyteller chooses which minion babysits Little Monster. Hell yes. Amazing change. Preserves the well, no, not, it's not even like preserves, it's like returns the magician confused. No. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Something's bad here. Wait a minute. It's not fully good. I lied. Because here's the problem that's coming to my head. In a Little Monster Magician game, all of the Little Monster minions get woken up, get shown that the magician is their demon, and then they go back to sleep, and one of them gets told, you're babysitting Little Monster. And because you know you have one more minion than usual, I think there should be a thing here where the magician, where the where the evil team learns the magician as a minion in this case. Like, wake up each minion individually, show them who your other minions are, include the magician. Because the magician's supposed to, like, stop the evil team from figuring each other out. I guess that's definitely harder to do. Oh, that's going to be a real hard counter because, like, the demon can't kill the magician. The magician won't die and the game will continue. But it is fine. It's a little weird. Without that clause, it's just like the magician is screwing the evil team over, like, logistically, of not being able to choose who the demon is. But information stays the same. The evil team knows it's a magician game. They know that's the magician and they know their team. That's fine. I would take the extra step of the magician registers as a minion during the minion step. Now, there's a bit of a problem with that. Like I said, you have to wake up each minion individually. We'll get to why you don't just wake up everybody in a moment. Oops. If the vizier is in play, the magician has no ability, but is immune to the vizier's ability. What? What is this? Here's the thing, I didn't fully think these through when I typed them all up, when I copied them all over. If the vizier is in play, the magician doesn't do its thing. The first thought in my head, unfortunately, is what about weird bullshit of Alchemist Vizier? No. Stop thinking about weird bullshit. Okay, so the magician gets to be a little gremlin in town and just be like try and get the vizier to target them. And then, and then they can get confirmed and then be like, here is a confirmed good player publicly. That's middling. That's fine. That's okay. If the magician is alive, the demon doesn't know which neighbor is the marionette. What? What? Huh? Okay. The way I interpret this, because it says doesn't know which neighbor is the marionette, I interpret this as the demon learns, here are two of your minions. You also have a marionette. Or you might have more. Here are all of your minions, including both of your neighbors. One of them is the marionette. I'm trying to picture the scenarios where the demon is sitting between a marionette and a actual minion. This is interesting. I'm liking this. Yeah, I think it works. In a 2-minion game, The demon is sitting. Hold on. I need to fucking. I need to draw this. Hold on. Where do I have a clock tower prepped? No. Why don't I have a clock tower prepped? Here we go. Excuse me. Properties. Oh, I have a lot of things open, apparently. Wait, why can it not find blood on the clock tower online? My eyes are going sideways. Okay. Okay, that's not working. I will give another attempt on this here. There we go. That's good enough. Let me put it in the right spot, though, so VTuber isn't covered up. All right. So, here's what I'm thinking. We have the demon. We have a minion of some sort. We have their marionette. And then we also have the magician. Because I gotta picture this. We technically need 2 more seats for that to work, but it's kind of fine. The demon gets woken up, told, here are your 3 minions. You have a marionette. This functions. And the demon learns... What is the... Wait, does the demon learn... No, wait. No, the problem with this is the demon just, like... The demon just knows they can ignore the magician, right? Well, no, not directly, because what it could be is... What? This would give the demon the same information, so they can't go trust their neighbors. Okay, good. And if, say, perhaps this is no one, and someone over here is the magician, the demon gets told, you have 1, 2, 3 minions. No, 1, 2, 3. You have 4 minions, and the demon's just like, fucking whatever. Okay. Here's the problem. So the problem with this Jinx, we're going back. The problem with this Jinx is they don't fully clarify it. But mechanically, the way I just like went through all that in my head, I'm fine with that. That's a pretty cool Jinx. I kind of like that. But if this is an update where you're supposed to, like, be clarifying words and stuff, bleh. Do a better job, please and thank you. Hugs and kisses to you. Mwah. Next new one is Recluse and Sage. Yeah, we're getting to a wide margin, a wild area here. Don't worry about that. Next new one is the Recluse might register as the demon to the Sage. I'm gonna take a sip of water before I explain what the heck that means. Okay. Because here's the frickin' thing. There's 2 interpretations that I can see from reading this. The first interpretation is, this Jinx does nothing, which is incorrect. If you read the almanac, the Sage specifically says that the demon, the player who kills the sage, is revealed in the sage's pings. So like, this is a powerful change, Jinx, to how the game works, and like, I don't know how I feel about it fully, because like, the Sage's Almanac was written with this specific thing of like, you learn the specific demon that selected you, seemingly to counter this, and / or to counter dead demons. It should be like, you learn the alive demon or something like that. The piece of me that likes this Jinx is maybe it'll mean people will use Sage more on scripts, because the Sage is very underrated, because it doesn't work that well. It's either way too strong, or it's way too strong. But okay, good enough. I disagree. I don't like this Jinx. I can understand it and I can live with it. Yay. I probably won't house rule it away unless I need to. Or I just won't write scripts that with the Sage on it. All right, we're getting into the Plague Doctor. We're getting into some weirder stuff. I'm going to point out... Let me point out the, like, non-obvious changes ones. Because, if the storyteller would gain the marionette ability, one of the demon's good neighbors becomes the marionette. This sounds like it's the same Jinx. However, the old version of the Jinx had a clause in it that said, if there's already an additional evil player, you can't do this. You don't get a new marionette. And they removed that clause? And what the fuck? Like, I thought that was kind of the coolest, like, aspect. Maybe not the coolest aspect. It's definitely not the coolest aspect. But from the perspective of these Jinxes are supposed to be, if like be leveling a playing field of letting you play with storytellers that you don't fully know how they would rule a thing. You don't fully, like, have their vibe. Having that, like, written in safety net was very important in my mind. And why did you remove it? What? The other one that seems only subtly changed, if the storyteller would gain the Baron ability, up to two players become outsiders. It's not out of play outsiders. You can now have duplicate outsider characters. That's funny. I like that. And I'm so excited to show you stuff further down. Let's fucking go. All right. If the storyteller would gain the I'm lowering the... no, I'm just skipping this song. I'm sorry. Give me something better. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm looking for. If the storyteller would gain the Boom Dandy ability, a player becomes the Boom Dandy. This is a better change than the Plague Doctor just blowing up. And honestly, I really like this change. The Boom Dandy's such a weird character. I don't like the Boom Dandy because it doesn't feel like it's specifically a minion ability. It feels like it could be put as an outsider ability, and it would have the exact same mechanical effect on the game. Like, the only change is now it's not hidden. It's like, oh, I'm the Boom Dandy, everybody, don't kill me. Because, like, the Boom Dandy blowing up doesn't help the evil team. It just makes the game short. The reason it helps the evil team is it says, let's re-rack, and you get to have a less stressful time now. All right. If the storyteller would gain the evil twin ability, a player becomes the evil twin. What? I guess that works. I think that's like, hold on. What was my take? Because I wrote a version of Plague Doctor Evil Twin, I think. And it was probably just that. Unless I didn't. Oh, wow. I didn't. I was like, I can't think of a fucking way to make this work. And, like, this does. Just saying there's an evil twin in the game. That works. And especially because it's a player becomes. It doesn't have to be an evil player becomes a twin. It doesn't have to be a good player becomes a twin. Like, you'll need to put both in. It's weird. Evil Twin sucks. I just don't like Evil Twin. Again. I also don't like good evil twins, which this can make very easily. And shrug. That doesn't matter too much. Okay. We're getting to the what the fuck is going on zone. Oh, Micah sent a message over here. I don't know, in Discord. I don't know if, like, Micah has been trying to type in chat and Twitch chat just has done nothing or not. Plague Marionette doesn't make an evil Mario anymore, that's why. Oh, fucking shit. Wait, what? Oh, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Holy shit. That helped a lot. Okay, yeah, all right. That's a really good change. That it doesn't swap alignment, which means you don't get +1 evil. So it just adds. All it does is it adds a trunk that is specifically next to the demon. Okay, that's fine. I don't have access to typing in Twitch at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. You don't worry about it. Okay, we get to the Hell Zone, which is you just copy to paste one Jinx character can be in play. I'm glad you fixed the Boffin one, but no, what? No. Only one Jinx character, like, that technically works. The Pit Hag can't create a heretic because there can only be one character in play. Oh, hello, Leica. I'm talking about Blow in the Clock Tower, and I'm gonna say a lot of words that you don't understand, and I'm gonna be upset at weird shit. Especially this section right here, which is just like, they clearly typoed. They removed the old Jinxes, and it's obvious to me that the only reason they're removed is because they forgot. Please. What the fuck is Heretic Leech? What's the problem with that? Heretic Baron. Why? I think that's typo. That's gotta be just typo. I'm gonna skip that one for a second real quick. Where's Spy? Wait, where is Spy? Oh. Oh, wait, no. I don't have to skip that one real quick. I just forgot. Okay. Ah, the leech. Pronounced like yeech. Oh, like yetch. Shoutouts to Simone Yetch. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one, which one of the things that they clearly have been trying to do with this is like just be able to standardize some of the text. They've done this in the past, and like most of the time, okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Things like the pit hag turns an evil player into character that can change good. No, they can't change good due to their own ability. Just copy paste that. Here's an interesting one. Despite the fact that it's only blue and they've not really changed it all that much. If the poppy grower has their ability, the spy does not see the grimoire. Perfect. Great. Love that. Poppy grower says you can't see your evil team, so spy can't go look and see who the evil team is. Widow poppy grower. If the poppy grower has their ability, the widow does not see the grimoire. No, bad. What? The widow's ability is specifically see the grimoire on the first night. So, without any further clarifications, the poppy grower is just a hard counter to the widow. And just like, this is okay. Hold on, I gotta check a thing. I gotta check a thing real quick, because this is I wrote my own poppy grower widow Jinx for a test script recently, and the reason is, on the first night, look at the grimoire and choose a player. They are poisoned. One good player knows a widow is in play. What this Jinx does is it removes the look at the grimoire section. So if I were to read this literally, it would be on the first night, choose a player, they are poisoned. Which can be really bad. And also one good player knows a widow is in play. Where? I really don't like Widow Poppy Grower because of the things that happen after look at the grimoire. Because, like, what do you do with this? Do you let the Widow just, like, pick a player at random and maybe poison one of their team members? Do you tell someone that there's a Widow in play? Probably. But one of the strongest things that you can, one of the coolest things you can do as a widow is look at the grimoire, pick yourself, and hide and so nobody learns that there's a widow in play. But I guess that's like the only play to do in a poppy grower game, which sucks. Hey, Steven, didn't you say you didn't want to make best use cases for an ability? The like you gotta play it this way for it to work. I feel like somebody said that at some point. Ooh, here's another copy paste Jinx. The marionette version. If there would be a marionette in play, they enter play after the demon and must start as their neighbor. This works. This is good. Cool. Thank you. It's weird in a little monster game because it's like, okay, you start with fewer minions. You don't have a demon. Oh, there's gonna... Oh, wait, shit. Oh, there's gonna be some weird triple Jinx shit going on here. Okay. Okay, I want to paint a picture for you all. It is a little monster magician marionette game. Oh wait, I can paint a picture. I forgot. I have the ability to paint pictures. Excuse me, 1 second. Where did I put my pictures? Window, that's it. Not what I meant to do. To clear grimoire. Okay. So, it is a magician game. We have what is this? This would be let's say we have a 2-minion game. We have 2 minions, and because this is a little monster, can I do that thing where I put little monster? I can't put little monster somewhere in there, I don't think. Can I put it in here? Yeah, this is a little monster game here. So like, and this is gonna be a marionette game. So what's going on is you wake up the minion, they see, okay, I have another minion, I have a demon. And here's what goes on. The 2 minions wake up together. They see they have a demon. Cool. Go back to bed. One of them gets woken up, told, you are the little monster. This is your marionette. And then they're like, oh, fuck, shit, hold on, fuck, shit. I gotta go talk to my other minion before they go out to the magician. Because, like, that's gonna happen. That's how these triple jinxes work. They don't write triple jinxes for reasons. Good reasons. But, like, this is what happens when you write jinxes like this. Alright. For the most part, that should be fine. Unfortunately, you're gonna get some house rules. So you're gonna need some house rules. Bleh. For the most part, I like this jinx. I don't like the magician little monster jinx because it feels like it's missing a piece. The summoner registers as the demon to the clockmaker. Y'all, single minion game. What happens in a single minion game, y'all? What happens when you're playing with 9 or fewer players? Where they learn 0. Whatever. That's fine. That works better. This works better than the old version. Hot take. Works better than the old version. I have a better pitch for you. I might have to go ahead and send you an email and just be like, hey, here's other ideas for jinxes. I probably will do that, like, this week. Sorry you're gonna get spammed with emails, like, but you should be in charge of Clock Tower. No. I believe that Stephen Medway is a lovely person who is great at ideating a lot of fun ideas, and I do not want his job. And I don't think I want Jams' job. Jams is the one that keeps Steven in check recently, right? Current rule lord. Rule lady. Whatever. That does seem like a very fun and interesting job. But they should hire you anyway. Yes. My email is flyingludicolo@gmail.com. Message me at any time. My rates are, please give me money. Thank you very much. Summoner Marionette. Hey, it's the same text as before. Cool. It feels real bad. This, again, feels real bad for a summoner in a 2-minion game to just be like, hey, you're the only minion. Good luck. But functional. Summoner just sucks as a character. Oh. But here we go. Here is the thing that makes up for Summoner sucking as the character. This is a thing that I've wanted since the Summoner came out. The Summoner now has the not in play text removed from their Jinxes. So, in the past, if there's been a situation where the Summoner would be adding in a new demon, and there's already a demon in play. There shouldn't be, but there are situations that can happen with this game. The Summoner couldn't choose to like put a second imp in play, to put a second Puka in play. These Jinxes remove it, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that. This is a thing I want. I want little quirks. I want little quirks like, oh, the Summoner gets its own little spice. Like, ooh. If the Summoner is removed from play or the living Summoner has no ability, the Storyteller gains the Summoner's ability. Fuck yes. Hell yeah. Love that. Woohoo. Kinda weird that, like, during those days, there is no win or lose con by the official state of the game because you can't execute the Storyteller. Hold on. I would bootleg a rule that if you have an Atheist script with Summoner and these Storyteller get Summoner ability, you gotta give it. You gotta give it to the good team when they execute the Storyteller with the Summoner's ability, right? Right? House rule that. That doesn't need to be written in code. If Legion is summoned, all evil players become Legion. Why is that new? What was it before? Hold on. Most players. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You made it so that it's bad to summon Legion because you won't have a full evil team. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Legion sucks. Come at me. My email is... Storyteller gains the Summoner ability. I went through this. Lord of Typhon. Why is this yellow? That's not yellow. That should be blue. That's the same. Oh yeah, when is ads happening? 4 minutes. Okay, cool. I could probably get through all of these. No, I can't. I haven't hit the demons yet. Okay, cool. Stream is gonna be pretty short though. Okay, we got a fucking banger. We got a good one, everybody. We got a great one coming in. A mastermind that has their ability keeps it if the Vigor Mortis dies. Woohoo! This doesn't have enough words to explain everything correctly. However, love your spirit. Thank you. Oh, I highlighted these. Oh, wait, shoot. Yeah, this is the wrong blue. I'm sorry. This is the wrong blue. I need light blue here, and I need slightly, a very slightly darker shade of blue here, because this is not the same text, but it technically is the same ability. It's weird. If there would be two demons, one of which was the Scarlet Woman, the Scarlet Woman remains the Scarlet Woman. It's a new way of wording the same Jinx as before, but it's weird. And I don't like it. You should have just kept the wording the same. I know you wanted to match them. You wanted, oh, we'll have the same text be here, except you also changed one of the words and none of the other ones. So like, I appreciate the attempt. I'm not on board with it. Oh, here we go with typos. We got more typos. We got the Vizier typos. The storyteller doesn't declare the Vizier is in play. What do you mean? What do you mean the storyteller doesn't declare the Vizier is in play? Typically, they are supposed to say this player is the Vizier. But, apparently no, the storyteller doesn't. Okay, damn. You need to clarify. You have missed with some words. Please look again. Please check your spreadsheets. Please hire me to check your spreadsheets for you. I would absolutely love to do that. If the Vizier loses their ability, they learn this and cannot die during the day. This is probably better than what you had before. There was a silly ruling before where if you tried to execute the Vizier while they had their ability, then the evil team wins. And like, I still want to see a script built around that concept, but this makes more sense, and this will like actually get people to run Vizier with these characters more, because it just shuts down the other piece of the Vizier's ability, the pushing through nominations. Okay, we're taking a 3-minute break here because I have been talking for like I have talked nonstop for like the past hour, and I'm gonna get water, and Twitch wants to play ads. Way. Way. I mean, Twitch made me hydrate, so that's pretty good. Hey, Leica, how are you keeping up? How do you feel about all of this? You got any questions for me? I'm sorry to say, like, Tinker does not appear on this spreadsheet. Tinker is just too good of a character that it doesn't have any bad interactions. And so I don't need to look at all of these, like, corner cases of bad interactions. Tinker is the best character in Blood on the Clock Tower. Fight me. Why am I so, like, combative tonight? Because I'm just talking about... I'm just being opinionated for an hour. That's what this stream is. I didn't have anyone to bounce off of for like the 30 minutes, 40 minutes after I started. Is there anyone who can like protect the Tinker from dying during the day? Or does the storyteller just overrule all else and kill them? So there's a character that can protect the Tinker during the night. Technically, if you drunk or poison the Tinker, then their ability won't activate. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna read Micah's message after I get back because there's too many words. How else would you protect a Tinker from dying during the day? I don't think there is currently a character that protects during the day. Because, like, even the Devil's Advocate is only protects from dying due to execution. And then the Tinker can just die anyway afterwards. You can say, the Tinker is executed and does not die. The Tinker dies. Good night, everybody. I fucking love the Tinker. All right, Micah. The move away from token uniqueness between Cacklejack and several of the Jinx changes is interesting. I don't know what you mean by Cacklejack, but I'll circle back to that in a second. It certainly allows more flexibility in Plague Baron situations, but I can't say I'm thrilled about it for in-person, which is weird because historically that's what they've emphasized. Yeah, that's an interesting one too. Like, I've been really on board with this, removing the not in play thing, which that's going to be a lot harder to track. It's going to be a lot harder to track if there are multiple players in your circle with the same character in person. But also, like, if you're buying the game, you're gonna get some blank tokens. Like, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, that's what you mean by token uniqueness. That not everybody has to have the same character. You know what? I'm gonna make it. This is a joke here. Steven Medway just opened up Steam and started playing Demon's Bluff, and started seeing these characters that are like, oh, two of the same character going out, and like, ooh, come on, that could be fun. Anyway, I revel in the chaos, and so I think it's fun to have reasons why two players are the same character, as long as they're specific, like Baron, like Baron Plague Doctor happening, and you can like track that. Cacklejack's weird. Cacklejack's a weird one, and I don't know how I feel about it, mostly because it's a traveler that is taking over the attention of Town Square, and I just don't like travelers in general. For that reason. And for the reason of being very easy to bait out the evil team for just... And the travelers can end the game super quickly, and I don't really like that. Anyway, let's start scrolling down and talking about the demons so I can get closer to ending the stream. If Little Monster dies with 5 or more players live, the Scarlet Woman babysits Little Monster for the rest of the game. Yes! Good fucking change. This was like a too powerful combo before this point, and like having one safety shield, safety net, and not just, okay, now we'll pass the Little Monster over to someone else and the Scarlet Woman will help us save us again. Little Monster Psychopath. If the psychopath is babysitting Little Monster, they die when executed. Good. Yes. Correct change. Good work. This is an interesting squad here. There's an interesting block of characters here with the Kazali. The Kazali's Jinxes are basically all gone. The one marionette one copies over. If there would be a marionette in play, they enter afterwards. Which... What? Do you tell the Kazali you have one fewer minions because I'm making one of your neighbors the marionette? Or does the Kazali say, give me a marionette? And I choose one fewer. Like, probably the second is the correct answer. The second is how I would run it. Shrug. I don't fully like just copy-paste Jinx, all these Jinxes over. I think you need to have these actually be clarifying more. Alright. Kazali Goon has been removed. Let me look at the originals here. The Kazali can choose the Goon. Yes. Correct. This is how it should not need a Jinx. This is how you should run this. The Kazali can choose a soldier. Yes. Ooh, these two are the weird ones, and I'm not fully sure about. If the Kazali chooses the damsel to become a minion and the huntsman is in play, a good player becomes the damsel. I thought that was an okay, like, that was a fine Jinx. The Kazali cannot choose the king to become a minion if a choir boy is in play. That's no less a good Jinx. But now without these Jinxes, the implication is that the Kazali can make illegal bag setups. Can make games where a character that says, I must be in play with this other character, be in play on its own and do nothing. I am okay with that. I don't know fully how I feel. I think I'm fine with that as long as like everybody can agree. All right, we'll go with that ruling. And unfortunately, Jinxes are not like fully at that state. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it sucks to be either the choir boy or the huntsman in a game where you find out, oh, I'm a villager. I'm a blank token. I would say my Jinx would be the hunts. What I personally would add is like the Jinx of after the Kazali has picked a player, the huntsman or choir boy might change characters. But that probably still confirms Kazali. Honestly, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I want to go to the bakery. 1 second, hold on. Hold on. Whoop. Hello, welcome to bakery. I'm changing the music. Yeah, this works. These are custom rules that were created by, well, no, what's this website? Live Free or Pie. This has a lot of cool stuff. New storyteller education. New to BOTC. Hey Leica. Hey Leica. Rules and resources. Give me a scone while you're there. Okay, I'll make a note. Houselegger, bootlegger. No, I'm looking for homebrew fabled. Homebrew fabled that I'm interested in. There are some really like nice ones, really good ones. Wait, is the one that I'm thinking of not on here? No, the one that I'm thinking of is not on here. God damn it. All right. There's a fable that I'm thinking of that says on the first night, a player's character token might change to another character of the same character type. The fabled umpire sounds like a baseball thing. Yes, it does. And honestly, I think that should just like be adopted. That's a really cool rule. That should be, hey, that should be a fabled. I don't remember what the official name of it was, but please, thank you. All right. What do we got? What do we got else? What else do we got? Legion Engineer. If Legion is created, all evil players become Legion. Again, small Legion game. This is why they gotta hire you. Well, here's the problem. Hold on. I gotta real quick, like mention. Hey, like, when I message them, when I send an email later and just be like, hey, here's what I would do with all these Jinxes. I do have to start my email saying, I am writing to the Pandemonium Institute, knowing that they all create like ideate and have their own ideas, and if in order to look at my idea and in order to like consider maybe this should be included in the game, I have to say I am not going to freaking come after you for stealing my shit because I'm giving you my shit. And so like I can't say, hey, check out this cool community thing, and then just be like, I've been hired, okay, let's take this cool community thing. Like, no. I say they should add this to the game. But also, whoever wrote that, go send an email and just be like, hey, you should add this to the game. So that they're not accused of taking somebody else's copyright, intellectual property, stuff like that. Blech. Yay, legalities. Anyway. Legion Engineer. We're back into small Legion game. All evil players become Legion, but nobody else. Like, what? Huh? So just don't. Also, no, wait, this is the engineer creating Legion. Like, it's just stronger. Like, everybody wants to be... The engineer always wants to make Legion because, like, funny. But now that's just, like, the right play. Right? I don't know. I haven't played in a half-sized Legion game where you have 4 demons to kill. Because typically, in a Legion game, the numbers are flipped, and so the storyteller kills off the Legion at night. In a half-sized Legion game, in a all the evil are that. Like, I guess the storyteller wouldn't. I guess the storyteller would start killing good players off just to get to the final 3 like you're supposed to. I don't know, that's weird. I gotta play it. If y'all play tested this and it works, okay, sure. I want to see it run. If Legion is in play, the engineer starts knowing this but has no ability. Fuck off. There's some weird ones here, which is like, hey, you learn that it's a Legion game, and like, you're taking out the fun of Legion. You're taking out the maybe not fun. Fun's not the right word, but the like suspense of the worry. Bweh. The magician wakes with Legion and might register as evil. Legion knows if a magician is in play, but not which player it is. Oh. This one's weird. You have a good player who knows the entire evil team. Like, people are comparing this to a hypothetical theoretical character called the Mole that does this sort of thing. And like, okay, sure. I think there were like the magician's not made for this. If you want a mole character, I trust you that you can write a better version. What I personally would do for I would house rule this. What I would personally do for a magician Legion game is I would wake the Legion up in like pairs or triplets and just be like, here's the rest of your team, and include a magician in there. The reason why they want to just wake up the magician and make it easier is because it's a pain in the ass to have to wake up each demon, each evil player individually and be like, hey, here's your team. I'm waking you up individually just in case there's a magician in play. I think if you wake them up in pairs or triplets and just be like, here's the rest of your team, like, cool. Now I have people that I know I can trust and people who might be a magician. Like, that's how I rule it. The politician might register as evil to Legion. Okay, cool. Good change, I guess. All right, yeah, I've run out of steam, y'all. I've been talking for 90 minutes. Okay, let's fucking wrap this shit up. We got the what the fuck is going, the blind shot protection rolls. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do all the good ones first. If the monk picks one player, if the innkeeper picks two players, if the soldier exists, or if the exorcist picks one player, and specifically the demon nominates and executes them, good wins. What? Huh? This is just like there's a landmine. You wake up as Riot and you're just like, there might be a landmine out there. If I try and nominate and execute someone, I might lose instantly. What the fuck? I don't like that Riot, and we'll get down to the Leviathan in a second. They both share the same thing. They don't have agency. They don't have information of like who could be protected. They don't know that there's gonna be a soldier in play. They don't know if there's a monk, an innkeeper. Gosh, innkeeper's real strong, protecting 2 people. This is weird. I want to see it run. I want to see it tried out. Also, before we go any further and I describe all of these, the Riot/Leviathan picking a player at night to use their ability, these have all been unchanged, including the Leviathan picking the Ravenkeeper, choosing an alive player, not an alive good player. This typo has been carried over. I feel bad like saying this and then keeping the stream up and not having this be like the button at the end of the stream, but like I have heard for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, like a little bit of a hype up of, okay, we're gonna do a big Jinx overhaul. We're gonna fix a bunch of Jinxes. We're gonna do a whole big test change thing. And I'm like, okay, that sounds awesome. I'm hyped as hell for this. You're letting this tiny typo from one of your last overhauls stick around and go unfixed. You're not showing the care that I want. And like, personally, my thought, I'm not sure if like the rest of the community might not agree. My personal thought is, let it cook. Give yourselves more time. I know we're all a bunch of rabid beasts clamoring for content, but like, the other thing is, this one specific interaction can be like, no, we wanted this as such. But why? Anyway, they fucking fixed Leviathan Mayor, so I'm happy about that. Actually, no, they didn't, because it's good wins, not the Mayor team's win. The Mayor team's win. The Mayor's team wins. Words. Whatever. Where was I? If the riot doesn't play and the grandmother dies by execution, the grandchild dies by execution, evil wins. Great, love it. I really loved the Leviathan grandmother Jinx, and so carrying it over to Riot, great. Ship it, love it. All right, there you go. There's your fucking Jinx's rating. Somebody described the Jinx patches as, we have more good Jinxes now. And then we also have more good Jinxes, and we have less like middling, like medium, mid-tier generic Jinxes. But that's because we have more bad Jinxes. Also, what the fuck is going on with the Marionette? Are we getting a rewrite soon? Because like Marionette Wraith, Marionette Damsel, Marionette Poppy Grower is like, all of these were removed. Is there a new like special rule going on, or rewrite, or what's going on there? I don't know. I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna press the fucking don't raid to my channel button. so that I can stop stream. I should have pressed that button ages ago. What's going on? Can I raid over to somebody? Hi, I could go say hi to Sleepy, but there's just like 2 viewers here. That's not worth it. Boy. I'm just gonna leave. Oh wait, shit. They're playing Hat in Time on Games Done Quick? I think I'm late for it. Yeah, they just stopped playing Hat in Time on Games Done Quick. I'm gonna go rewatch the VOD of that. Shit. All right. Thank you, love you, bye. Best. Have a good day and evening and whatever. Hi, Corin. Bye, Corin. Good night. Hug.